Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestdummies.com, and today I have a little card tutorial for you. You know how I love to make cards for Operation Right Home. If you haven't read my post on that, you need to, or just go to www.operationrighthome.org and learn all about that great charity. But I've been making cards, and if I make one, I try and make more than one. So I make one for me to use, and then I make one to donate, or sometimes more than that. So this little tutorial is really about this background. Can you see that prettiness there? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I made that real quick. So what I did first is I stamped a piece of white cardstock using a Versamark pad. And this particular stamp that I'm using, can you see that kind of fun? It's a chevron, but it's kind of grungy a little bit. This came from Tanner Bell Designs, and he's also pretty cool. He's like this, you know, young kid, like 14 years old, who's already crafting and designing stamps and doing fun stuff. So this is one of his stamps he sent me. Yay! So I just stamped this, you can barely see it, with a clear resist ink, or sorry, like a watermark ink, and then I used my Versamark pad for that. And then what I did was I embossed it. Can you see that shiny there? Yes, and I used the micro white enamel powder from Piccolo to heat emboss it. So now it's all ready to go. Next, what I'm going to do is take my gelatos. And I've done a little video on the gelatos on the YouTube channel, so look around for that. I've also reviewed them on the blog, but what we like about them is that they're a really smooth, creamy color. It's almost like lipstick for your projects. It's really super smooth and easy to apply. Notice how I'm not really worried too much about it. I'm just kind of smudging it around, which is what I like about this technique, is I don't have to let things be perfect. I can just have fun. But these are water soluble, which means that add a little bit of water on a paintbrush, it will melt them together. This is where like there should be some kind of music, you know, something going on. So see how it just almost melts into this pretty, rich, colorful paint. I'm going to rinse out my brush here a little bit and do the other side, because I don't want to bring that dark pigment from the purple over here into this beautiful kind of lemony chartreuse. And I think that these came from the tropical kit. I'm pretty sure that that's where they came from. And if I wanted to make it a little darker, I can just add a little more. Now because this is wet, notice how it even glides on more. And then just, oh, isn't that pretty? It is. It's fun. So now I'm going to take my little terry cloth thing here and just buff the top away. And because I embossed it with white embossing powder, what you're going to get is that nice, fun, raised white design. Isn't that cool? And I tell you, it's so much fun to just make a bunch of backgrounds and then just smooch around some colors. You could actually follow the chevron if you wanted to. If you had other fun designs, like this is another Tanner Bell design. I think I want to play with this little hexie because it's so cool. So you're going to take this then and set it aside and let it dry. And then you're going to go ahead and layer it up and use it as a backdrop for your cards. So I have to show you, I did one of the little, here's my little tip of the day. See my little round corners here? I just took a round punch and I just matched it up and then I kind of punched it there so that I'm really bad at cutting those little cute banner shapes everybody's using. Mine never look good. So I just use my round punch, and that's how I get all of my kind of stackable curves there. So here I've done kind of the same version with the same sentiment, but you could also kind of go a little bit different. This has a die cut sentiment, and here instead of using the white embossing powder, I used like a cobalt blue, which kind of gives it a different look. I also did another little tutorial on using, what's that? It's called Mod Podge Resist with a stencil. So this is actually leftover paper from that project. Also, it looks really good. I think that kind of tip about using the circle punch to create the little banners is handy. But it also kind of speaks to, you know me, I like to work in a series. So if I'm going to do it once, I'm going to do it a couple different ways. And I'm going to experiment with using 3 rhinestones or a strip of rhinestones or a different kind of configuration here. It's just, you know, fun. It's fun to play. I always make more than one, because it frees you up. You can actually work faster if you're not worried about making a mistake. And then you have a whole stack. and you can just kind of, you know, tuck these away, and when you need a card, you can even save the white part and just leave it on the inside of the card, stamp it for whatever sentiment you need, and then apply it at the last minute. So anyways, that's my idea. I don't know what I'm calling these cards. They're like my little 15-minute embossed resist cards, but enjoy, have fun, leave me a comment, give it a thumbs up if you found this a helpful video, and hey, why don't you subscribe to our channel, because I do all this kind of crafty business and you should be here for that. So thank you so much. We'll see you at Facebook and also at crafttestdummies.com.